and listening to me. So first we have a little bit about me here. So I'm the founder of Savvy Females and director of Global Women Club in Oslo. It's a global network for women in business. And I'm also the author of this book, Sex and Success, Embrace Your Feminine Intuition in Business. And it's actually funny that you said that you've been building up your company in 2 years. I actually started 1.5 years ago on this path as well.
Cool. Wow, that's awesome as well.
Yeah.
But both of you. And you're actually the same path as well.
Yes.
It's been a year and a half that I've
Oh really?
Yes.
But it's amazing.
Yeah.
But actually before I was working 7 years to build up 2 companies. One company was together with 5 women within social entrepreneurship and women empowerment, and the other company I built it up with 5 men. So I, in the same time, so I really learned to see the differences between women and men when it comes to business. And we are different by nature, but when it comes to business, this is actually a very good thing because we complete each other and we have different things that we bring to the table.
We multitask.
Yes, we do. So typically for feminists, that we see things in a holistic way. We see the integration between family, professional, community, and personal value rather than viewing each part separately. While men, they can also see on parts, but they don't see the integration of it. And but a man, he thinks very simple, what helps him to take action faster. Because if you see many women work in a group, things can take a very long time. And, and it can also be easy for a woman who sees all these things to hang up on a thing that is not really relevant in terms of reaching the goal. And a woman is also caring by nature, which is actually a very good thing when it comes to leadership or into building relationships in general. And a woman also sees, while a man focusing on the facts, a woman sees things in a 360-degree view of situations, which helps her to understand why things are important. So when a woman sees what needs to be solved or what needs to be done, a man who is by nature a provider, he will be happy to provide her with the solutions. And also when we talk about leadership, we have 2 different kinds of leadership. And leadership is how you lead and how you make decisions and how you build relationships. And female leadership is typical transformational, which can be known as inclusive and consultative, that generates employee commitment. So a woman is typically working with the inner motivation, while a man is leadership style is typical transactional, which is typically driven by awards and punishments and typically short-term motivation, but also again action taking, things that can work quickly. So a man is typical doing things quickly, while a woman typically sees things in a longer perspective. And the female brain is wired for leadership. That is actually a true statement, because just as a woman are built together by nature, it comes with a lot of advantages when it comes to leadership. Because to be a successful leader, you need to understand how things are built together and see the importance of each part to be able to merge them together successfully. So you want your staff to be happy, your employees, and you want your customers to be happy, and you want to achieve great financial results. So if you use the same holistic skill here as you do when you see the integration of your home, your business, and the society around, you integrate your staff, your customers, and your business. So if you can do all these 3 things, you can happily call yourself a successful leader. And a woman's insight also leads to more effective decisions, because a woman naturally sees more than what is served at the table. While a man can easily see just what is in front of him, a woman, she also adds she also adds vision, mission, values, and relationships. And she also asks why as well as what. And this is something that, as a result, as a woman, locate opportunities, gaps, and risks that men likely never would have located. And commitment is also a very important part when it comes to building a business. And for a woman, commitment also comes as a natural extension of keeping something that she likes or something that she wants in life. And for a woman to commit to the business or commit to the path ahead is very natural and comes very easily. But actually when it comes to commitment, a woman can have a little bit more difficulties to commit to her own power, to commit to and stay focused in her own zone of genius. And another very important part when it comes to leadership and to business is integrity, because people want to do business with people they trust. And integrity is also very natural for a woman. The most of us, integrity lies in the very core of our being. And for us it's natural to put honor and lives before money. And integrity is also essential when it comes to your role as a leader, because when you lead in a way that are consistent with who you are and that are synchronized with your values, you will definitely maximize your results. And when it comes to leadership and business, relationships is also a very important thing. Actually, relationships is everything. So, because whatever you want to achieve in life, you will need other people to help you. And it is a fact that whatever you want, when it comes to delivering exceptional results in life, whether it's personal, organizational, all this will in one or another way arise from your ability to create long and lasting bonds with others. So this is also a place where it comes very handy to be a woman, because we like to build relationships and we value it and we know how to do it. And actually just one last advice for women is that to have self-belief, to believe that we have what it takes, because we are all born with the potential to achieve greatness. And if there's one advice that I believe will assist us more than anything else when it comes to building a business or living your dream, it is to believe in yourself. And the more consistently you believe in yourself, the better the results. Because many entrepreneurs or leaders, we share things like that are vital for building and growing a business, like we are passionate, resilient, focused on opportunities and comfortable with risks. But the one thing that might have the most influence over an entrepreneur's success is actually confidence. So when we can believe in ourselves, it's the best. Yes, so thank you, ladies. It's actually only me here. Do you have any questions, or do you want to have a discussion about women in leadership?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
You can post the question. We have no question.
I think I do agree with a few of the points that you were saying, that we have the tendency to keep everybody happy together, and it comes very naturally to us.
Yes.
So I would just say probably I totally agree to that point.
It would be nice if we had men to discuss all this, because it's so true.
There is one. There's one.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
You're a minority.
So the point that she made, that women ask so many questions, why, what, where, but it makes the other person also boggle their mind and also come to a consensus that yes, many of the times when we ask so many questions, you find solutions to most problems.
Yes.
I was talking. So do you agree on that?
I agree 100%.
You have to.
He's minority today.
No, but honestly, I think that is important, because before I started my own company, I used to spend my day watching Netflix, going out with my friends and just relaxing the entire day. But when my mom or my sister, who is one of the most influential women in my life, when she asked me how many hours do you spend doing this and this and this, and I want at the end of the day how much time to spend doing what, then when I actually realized how much time I have all day to actually work, that's when I understood the importance of time and how much we can accomplish in a day. So I agree 100%.
Super.
Yeah, that was an absolutely good example also while how men and women think that when that a woman naturally see all these parts and how it's integrated, while a man they see it, but they don't see how it's connected together by nature.
Yeah.
But that is also good, for men, because it helps them to take action quickly and it helps them to see what is actually relevant, But yeah.
Nice insights coming out.
Yes.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I have a question. Me being a professional, as a psychologist, I never thought my work as a business. But then later on I realized that I don't earn that much of money that I really deserve. So what do I do with that? Because what mine was always like, working, giving results. As a psychologist, people don't even discuss outside that you've been to a psychologist and you got so good results. So the word of mouth doesn't spread a lot. So how can I turn the business, the profession into business, like more of a money outcome?
How you can turn your profession out to a more, how you can expand it to be a business?
Yes.
Make courses, online business, be a speaker, and find out how you're helping people the most. What are, for example, is it something that you continuously are helping people with, some special topic?
Children having better academic results.
Are you helping children to?
Yes, coming out of depression.
But do you know, is it normal to have computers in school here?
Yeah, it is.
Because in Norway, where I live now, they started with the kids to have iPad schools, so they do everything on iPads. They do homeworks and everything, and starting to send them. So it could definitely be something to develop a course, that can help children, so you can reach out to more people. Because when you can reach out to more people, you will naturally be able to make more money out of it. And maybe you can also collaborate, with the schools or with groups of children, private schools, or there are probably selected communities where you can sell your program. And when you do an online program, also you do it once, but you can sell it to many. And it's also like the kids now, they know how to do with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also when it comes to this with earning money, as a woman also, it's not coming natural for us to negotiate when it comes to work and things.
So I'll add a little bit on that.
Yes.
So I had this inhibition about 2.5 years back, not before I started this, but I was into corporate. And I used to always say, okay, when we go to talk to the client on the table, your course or your product is worth this much, but we sometimes go by what the client says because he negotiates with us. But then one time you stick to what you deserve, you will never go back to something else, because somewhere you should feel that what you are giving out is much more valuable.
That's the
I
thing.
know
It's true. It all starts inside, but it's different perspectives of that also, because women are not naturally driven by money, like a man can be.
Absolutely.
So,
men can be very open when it comes to taking money, because they've always said that, okay, men are the people who run houses, or men are the people who run businesses, or men are the people who run the community. But now that it's changing a different phase, where women are also quite powerful in what they do and they are quite successful, I think we need to even give ourselves that credit that yes, we deserve that much.
And this is like a conspiration that I started to think for myself. I see also when it comes to platform speakers around the world, it's 90% of men. But how can we get more women up there? And the big platform people, they say, no, women can't sell. That's why they don't want to have women there. And what I started to think is, what is motivating you to sell? What is really important for a woman is different than from a man, because we are not driven by money, we are driven by impact. We are driven by the impact we do.
Yes.
So if you can understand the value that you are giving to others by your services, it's something we need to think different.
To add to that, I would say that when you're coming from a corporate or a product in hand, because I run a service-based company, we deliver personal assistant services. To be able to make it tangible is very difficult. People can take the service very easy. So same goes with all the leadership coaches, the psychologists, the doctors, because there's nothing for them to feel and see. It's a service. It's something that you're giving. And a lot of times, you have this pressure of, okay, I don't want to lose this, so let me, lower my price. But then from that lower price to come back up is so difficult because now that you've given it to one, everybody wants it to you at a lower cost, or they want it to be free. And a lot of times, at least back at home here in India, if I'm recommending, I will tell, it's okay, bargain, they will give me for this, they can give you for less. That's not fair because you got lucky that the person at that moment was able to give it to you, but you don't appreciate, the value of what they're giving it to you now, not just the money but the service, but still you want it at a lower cost. So that for independently or a service business becomes very difficult, while now we're moving into product. So the product, I know this is the MRP and this is where I can go, this is the lowest I can go. It's very easy for me to price it, but for service and service,
but it have to start inside, that you have to realize yourself what is the value and then work out from that, because if you don't realize it, other people won't either. Yes?
So I had a question. I've had, the distinct pleasure of working with several upcoming startups that have female entrepreneurs running them, and they're doing a brilliant task at it. I've also had the pleasure of working with one of India's leading businesswomen, Mrs. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. I wanted to know your perspective. I mean, you work with several men as well, entrepreneurs, startups, business heads. What is something that really women enjoy when they're working with men? What is something that women like to see when they're working with men? And what is that one trait that can really irritate a woman and make you come out of the business? I want to know.
I think what I enjoy by working with men is that men are not so complicated, and that's very. If you're busy, you have to do things quickly, because if you want to reach results in your business, you have to be flexible, you have to act quickly and things. And men do that naturally. So you can come with your ideas, and then men can put them into motion very, very quickly. So, and you don't have to talk so much around it. Like when you work with women, it's take a lot of time. So it's also very pleasurable, but it's a good combination then, because then. Because you don't listen to everything we say, so it doesn't make sense for us to talk too much to a man.
so probably I would
It's not
say
very complicated also to talk to men because they understand at one go.
Yes.
With women you have to keep explaining a little more because they like to be explained.
Yeah, because they see so many things. They see so many things.
It's not
Just
only
listen to what you say.
So we are a lot of we look into a lot of visions. We have multitasking happening at the same time. So
Yes.
we'll be like, okay, so what then? And then what happens if this?
Yeah, exactly. And then so what? We have lost exactly where
So
we're
it goes
going.
more and more.
And then we suddenly on another direction.
I think to your question, if we have to summarize, you should probably get used to women shifting from one place to the other and not get annoyed and have that dumb face like, okay, now what are you talking? So maybe still look intelligent, like, yeah, I got you. That's a tip. And,
Just be a good listener.
so that's the tip I would give for how not to annoy a woman. And probably I would say a really good project management, because men are good at doing project management. Women are just really good at, one way you're still in the half idea and you almost get the other idea, which is like popping up. So yeah, that's what.
Yeah, when you get frustrated when you say something when they don't answer, they just like. That's very frustrating.
Yeah, when they don't answer, you get irritated.
Yes, very irritated because it's like, hello.
Yes or no.
I said
I'm always
something.
going to answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And but that's, I think, is a very important thing. And when it comes, this with the negotiating with business, what I learned was helped me so much on my way was that nobody will give it to you. You have to ask for it. You have to take your place, and you have to take your words. In the beginning, when I worked with men, then I earned a lot less. But before I quit, I had the same as the man who had the highest salary, because I learned to negotiate and I learned to know my own worth, and I knew what I was valuable for the company. And I didn't give up until I got, and they also knew that they didn't want to lose me because I was running the company. So understand your value and your position, and also try. Don't be scared of trying, and
One
just
more question
practice.
I have. being a psychologist, we have to give a lot of remedial trainings.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Now, one problem that I'm facing, I would like to discuss with everybody. Married women in India, they do not have commitment, mostly, when they are working. Because what my work is mostly in the evening times. So evening times, every married woman wants to give time to the child. So they are searching for jobs in the morning hours. Evening mein nahi milta hai, so I have the younger people who are working with, the college going, or those who have just finished their colleges. Now the issue is that I know they are going to get married, and after 2 years they leave. 2 or 3 years
So
they
you're
will leave.
training.
I'm training them, and they are amazingly committed the way I want it to be. Not even one day you are late. You have to be on time, and everything is very committed. So should I really think of changing my vision? Because when I see other people, they have hired married women, 1 or 2 only, but not committed. Because I know there are clients who are coming to me कि मैम वहाँ commitment नहीं मिलता, आपके यहाँ commitment मिलता है. So should I always keep on shifting every 2-3 years, new younger generation, or should I go in for a non-committed throughout the life, a married woman? What should we do?
You would always want somebody with trust.
Yeah, obviously.
So that might only come from a person who is more long lasting with you.
But then they don't have commitments.
They have commitments.
They cannot come.
Yeah.
Suggest, have you ever tried flexi working hours?
I was just gonna.
You know, maybe you create the jobs that can let them work from home. You know, maybe 3 hours on the
We
job.
cannot do that. We have children coming over after schools.
You
I
have
have children coming over after schools. So
Ah,
the children
for
come
the
back
training.
The,
It's a training.
the,
The children-
the psychological help.
Okay,
So
the
that when
remedies.
kids come back,
the remedies for
remedials.
dyslexic children,
Mhm,
for
mhm.
conduct disorder children. So these children have to come after 4.
Another good thing is a crash.
Yes.
Yeah, the crash where the kids can play somewhere and they can work. They can bring their children if you have a crash.
How about trying to find
Committed.
no.
No.
I'm thinking and talking at the same time, but if we can find a way that whatever is the committed married women, you give them 2-hour slots, like more part-time. You have
So that
more
they
people,
move it.
like you have 7-8 people.
Yeah.
So you 4 to 6 is on Monday, 6 to 8 is on Tuesday, 4 to 6 on Monday, 6 to 8. You know, or the whole week,
Yeah.
4 to 6
So
on
that
the
they
next
don't
week,
get
6 to
so
8.
many.
So they're not committed for too many hours. They have 2 clients, 2 hours. They're done. They get paid, and then they
have the
also
flexibility.
have that.
Yeah, that's something we do also in Norway, exactly like that.
Yeah. So it's
And
not
I
just
usually
have more
know-
legs to
but
stand
they know
on,
that
and
they
also
have-
like you said, to have
Those
more
women are
flexibility.
usually
Sometimes you can
better
work from
workers
home.
because
Yeah.
they need the job.
Yeah.
So they're going to
You
give you
need
the
the
time.
ones who
Married
has
women.
shorter period
Shorter
of hours to
families.
work.
Yeah.
That also becomes like
You get more
they get to
freedom.
be themselves those 2 hours.
Mhm.
Right.
So that is also a motivation for me to get out. I'm like, oh, I can be myself at 2 hours. I'm not somebody's wife, somebody's mother. I'm doing something nice, bringing out the best of the child. So try those flexible 2 hours or 3 hours. Make it healthy.
तो 3 घंटे में पर वो better is better.
Yeah.
2 hours, 3 hours will be much more.
अरे 3 hours ही रहता है 5 से 8. 5 से 8 खाना बनाना
Yes.
Can you make just one photo? And
वो मेरा बड़ा issue है.
or are the lights just in my
इसके साथ फोटो भी
Yeah.
Love being
Yeah.
We're gonna come into your picture once that's done.
Yes, come on.
Probably
Hello,
you should be
everybody.
I'm sorry we didn't get your name.
Sankar.
Sankar, you should be in the picture doing that.
One guy with all girls.
Thank you. Can you make also for our group picture?
Okay.
Yeah, come.
Oh yes.
Yes, we need everyone.
And as moderator has to be there.
Sankar, we're not going
You
to
should have
do
seen
this.
her.
I
She
will like
spoke,
it.
huh?
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.